a quick vocabulary strategy that I want you to learn. The purpose of teaching the strategy is that when we look at word parts, when we analyze or we can look at a part of a word and we know the definition of the word or we know where the word comes from, we're able to maybe pick out the correct answer in the SAT, the FSA test. So it's important that we get familiar with breaking up words and knowing what how those parts of those words impact basically your root word. So we're going to start off just with a quick review. I know most of you already know this, but I'm just kind of teaching it real fast. The prefix is highlighted in blue. Color coordination is very important for today. So we're going to start off with the prefix. The prefix is a word at the beginning of the root word or base word. It contributes to the meaning of a word. We'll talk about how taking away that prefix or adding it changes the meaning of the word later. The suffix is obviously at the end of the word. It's also added to the root or the base word. So root and base word sometimes are used interchangeably. However, the root word, what that means is where it came from, whether it's Latin or Greek, and also what it means. Typically, a root word cannot stand alone. Your base word might be able to stand alone, but your root word cannot. So I have an example of that over here. Attracted, okay? The word attracted has the root word, which is act, right? But then you have a base word, which is attract without the ed ending. So when you look at the root word, in this case though, act could stand alone because we know that it's a word in itself, but sometimes root words don't always stand alone, so I want you to think of that and put that in the back of your mind. So that's a lot. I want to talk about the definition of root words because basically we are going to be focusing on root words today. A root word is a word with nothing added to the beginning and nothing added to the end of the word. I want you to really focus and understand for the purpose of this assignment that when we add prefixes, meaning at the beginning of the word, or when we add suffixes, it changes the definition of the word in itself. Okay? But the root word always remains the same. So one of the common questions that I ask students is, where do you think a root word goes? Does it go at the beginning, middle, or end? Raise your hand if you know.
The middle.
Okay, raise your hands. I want to give some credit. Those of you answering going to get credit. Yes. In the middle. Most students will say that root words appear in the middle, but I'm doing this quick strategy because that is not so. A root word could be found in any part of the word. So for example, you have the root word act. Act, in this case, is found where? In the middle. So you were right, Kevin. But in this case, in act, where's the root word found? At the end. So the purpose of me doing this quick assignment with you here, the word act, by the way, is standing alone. Now the purpose of this is to show you that root words can move around. They don't always stay in the beginning, at the middle, or at the end. Although most students will answer that the root word is found in the middle, because a lot of times it is. Okay, so at this time, what I want to do is, I want to go ahead and pass out an index card to each one of you. I'm going to assign a word to each group. Actuary, coacted, and distract. Those are the words we're going to look at. I want us to color code the word. So I want you to look at the word and figure out where your prefix is, where your suffix, and your root word. I want you to keep your root word in black, but I want you to give me the suffix in green and the prefix in blue, like I did in my example. Here you have my prefix in blue, miss. Act is your root word to stay in black, and my ed at the end, the suffix, went to green. So I want you to color code the word that I assign you according to your understanding of where the prefix, suffix, and root word is found. Any questions on that? Okay, turn on. Okay, good job, Ashley. At this time, she's pointed out that act is the root word. Standing in the first position, which is the prefix as well, and euary at the end is your suffix. So that's very good. And it remained in the first position of the word. Thank you. Okay, the next word is coacted. Who had coacted? Okay, Robert, come on up. Color code that for me, please, according to your understanding of where the prefix, suffix, and root word is. Root word, very good. and this is a very special word because here we have the word in the middle. The root word does keep its middle position. At the very beginning, you have the prefix co, meaning together with, and then ed at the end, which is the suffix co-acted, meaning to do, to act with someone. Okay, very good. Good job. Okay, the last word, distract. Who had distract? Okay, Esperanza, come on up. Do that one for me. Okay, there's something I want to add about this word. Very good. She did point that the prefix is distra here, and act at the end is the root word, and it's at the end position. So I want to also point out that dis, D-I-S, is also considered a prefix. So sometimes you'll find that prefixes are a little bit elongated with like D-S-T-R, T-R. That is a prefix, but also dis, this is also a prefix within that word. All right, thank you, Esperanza. All right, so now I want to move on to go over or kind of explain the purpose of the activity. I just want to keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind that the root words are not always found in the middle. That root words can be found at the beginning and also at the end position. So today we're going to do an activity that has to do with root words and where are we going to keep them. We're going to look at words and we're going to identify that these root words can move from one place to another. So we're going to create a word family, okay? And we're going to use those root words in different positions. So listen carefully as I give you the instructions for this. Each one of us is going to come up with a family tree for the word. I will be assigning the root words to you. So once you get assigned the root word, you are to create a word family of 8 words, but all 8 words must have the root word in different positions. In other words, you are to move the root word to the beginning of the word, you are to move the root word to the middle of the word, and you are to move the root word to the first position of the word. Okay, so what that means is you're going to create word families with them, and we're going to create word trees with it.
Go.
Okay, when I come around and I give you your word, I just want you to have a visual of what you need to show me at the end product. Your end product is going to look like. So basically, this is what your end product is going to look like. It's going to be a tree. And what you're going to do is you're going to be assigned a root word. I'm going to ask that you use your electronic devices or my computers to research the root word and figure out, first of all, where does the root word come from, if it's Latin, Greek, English, French, and basically what the definition of that root word is. In that example, act to do. So here we go. Here's an example of a previous student from my previous years that did their word. And real quick, what they did was they followed my directions, which was to utilize the root word in the first position, in the middle position, and at the end of the word. So for example, character, the word character. Where is the root word found? Character. Where's it found?
In the middle.
In the middle, very good. So they use character, characterized, characterization, and characters as part of their word family. The word family comes together when you change the end of the word or the beginning of the word. So you can do that to create the word families. Here we have it where act starts at the beginning of the word. Actor, acting, acted, active. See? So they have it in the first position of the word. And finally, we have one where they're using it at the end position of the word, abstractable. Okay? So they used it at the end position of the word. So I would like for you at this time to get together into your groups and start your project. Are there any questions?